Hi. Okay, I'm going to show how NVIS actually works. Uh, but first we have to provision things. So I'm going to share my screen. And looks like this is it. So you see it shows to the upper right. There's a drop-down menu for admin sign in, sign up for first-time users, and the user sign in. Okay, so if I go to the admin sign in, this assumes that you've already registered and purchased licenses, etc. Now, the first thing that I see is the analytics for my collection of computers. Now, if I go to the network, I see that there are groups and there are computers. I can select groups and I can add a group. And a group name could be whatever you want, and a pre-shared key associated with that group, and then you submit it to store that. The computers are all of the endpoints on our network. So, these are going to be basically servers. And in this case, we see there's an Azure server here. We have a few others, but there's a name, a host name, an address, and this is like whatever name that you want. And there's a group associated with that. So that gives the security context to connect to that particular computer. Now, over to the left, you'll see that there's above network, there are team members, and these would be user devices. And so this could be smartphone, it could be laptop, and for each of these members of the team, like this one, we see Estrella. We can look at this one and we'll see attend. We've got an email ID. We have the universal address, an IP address, and the group that they belong to. If you were to go up a little and add a member, then you could put in John Doe. You can put in whatever their email address is, and you could press this little button, this plus button, and you'll see that it will create a globally unique, universal identifier for that, an address, and automatically generate an IP address associated with that. And you can choose the group that you want them to belong to. Okay, and after you put you can submit that. You can go back after it's been saved, and again, you can invite the member to set up their own personal portal, a My NVIS portal. And once a user gets an email address inviting them to log in, then they can connect like this using the password that they've created. they sign in, they get the welcome screen, and the welcome screen shows their name, email address, the universal identifier associated with them, the IP address for the device, again, a laptop or smartphone, the group that they belong to, and then there's a QR code. And this is used for two-factor authentication, for a device that supports it. So for the Windows, if you get the Windows version, you notice also the downloads at this point. It lets you install regular Windows, or you can install Windows one-time password, the OTP, which is actually two-factor authentication. And there are other versions like Mac OS X, Ubuntu, CentOS, and Android, which is in the Google Play Store. And that's about it for the provisioning part. Once you've done that, the next thing after you've downloaded the binary is to install it. And I'll cover that in another session.